Now let's look at the arrangement, because all these other bits really will just come into play when we've done the arrangement. So as I've said before, in this track we've got two main sections of the song, and one of them is the drop, just labeling it there so it's easy to see. Well, I suppose we have three really. We've got the drop, we've got the break. In fact, I'm going to split it into a few just to make it easier to kind of walk through each one. We've got the drop, we've got the break, and we've got the intro, and we've got the outro. And each of them is treated slightly different, but they're all tied together as well. And it's very important that they all tie together. So you can see we've got a couple of breaks. We've got break, first break. And you can use my speed writing cheat sheet to help you do this, which I've included it in this course. And I suppose let's put in post drop as well, which is, it's similar to the drop, but it's when everything's in. So depending on what genre you're producing, everything might be in on the drop, like in trance, for instance. But then in this particular genre, in this particular future house style, like Don Diablo, and most future house as well, the drop is quite minimal. And then the post drop is where everything comes in, basically. And you can do this by, again, just loading in an audio track, dragging in a song that you really like, that you know works, like in this instance, as I said, it was a Don Diablo track, making sure it's the same tempo as your project, and then just copying out where each part happens. So you're not reinventing the wheel. So I've added snippets of the vocal throughout. And again, this bass line, as I mentioned earlier, it's still the same root note, but it's a couple of octaves up, and it's just the sub bass. And you'll notice that kick rhythm there, which is just adding a couple of kicks in before the beginning of the next bar, just to add interest. Copy and paste that. So let's bring all of the elements now out, and I can explain how they back up the structure that we've already got, because the main elements are all totally there, and I'll put them in the order that I would usually produce in. So I usually have the drums, then I usually have the effects, then I'll have the bass, then I have the vocals, then I'll have the acoustic instruments like pianos and strings, then I have the synthesizers, but whatever works for you.